that's cool.
Hi, we're Yvonne and Jeremy, and we're road tripping around the western US. Today, we've driven to western Colorado to visit Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park. Today we've come to Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park. It is in central western Colorado, and it's this big, beautiful black rock canyon that's formed out of heat, pressure, and volcanic activity. Some of that same volcanic activity that formed the Rocky Mountains. And then, of course, a river that was trapped inside of these formations carved this canyon. So we're sticking to the South Rim on this visit because actually going to the North Rim is a 2-hour drive from the South Rim. So we're going to spend the rest of today and tomorrow seeing Black Canyon of the Gunnison.
The tricky part about this canyon, or I guess any canyon, is that it's really hard to capture the magnificence of it. It is just important to be there at the right time of the day to see it. It's really steep down there.
So since daylight savings ended, it has been a little bit difficult because the days have been getting shorter. So by the time we got here to Black Canyon of the Gunnison, a lot of the canyon was already obscured by shadows. So we're going to take the short trail to Warner Point. It's about a mile or so. So 1 mile there, 1 mile back. And then after that, we're going to go to the sunset point to hopefully see the sunset over the canyon. And that will be it for this first partial day. It just went by so quickly. Hopefully we'll see more tomorrow. We are back for another day at Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park, and the lighting is much more favorable today. You can see a lot more of the canyon, and it's just really, really stunning.
Woo! 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 Oh, that's cool. Honestly, just because of the colors, everything just kind of blends in together when you try to photograph it. So I would just like to say that some things are just better seen and appreciated and enjoyed in real life than on camera. So what we're looking at here is the Painted Wall, which is the tallest vertical cliff in all of Colorado. Actually, it doesn't look that steep to me because I guess when you're just like up high on top, your depth perception is just not as good. But apparently, if the entire like New York Empire State Building stood on the canyon floor, it would still only reach halfway.
We're about to start the Oak Flat Loop, which is a 2-mile loop, but it descends 400 feet into the canyon. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to see anything, and it might be slightly treacherous, so hopefully we can take our time on this loop, because this is the last thing that we're going to be doing in the south rim of Black Canyon and the Gunnison on this trip.
So it's been really nice so far, just descending into the canyon, but to be totally honest, every step I'm taking to go down, I'm also thinking about every step I need to go back up. Okay, so I think I misunderstood this trail. I thought we're actually gonna go down the canyon and we get to go like look up from the bottom of the canyon, but obviously that doesn't make sense because it's like really steep. It makes sense now because the trail is called Oat Flat Loop. So it's a loop going to a certain point down this canyon and coming back up. And I think we're walking back up now.
Honestly speaking, it's just to drop us down into the canyon and get a little bit more of a feel for the canyon without being on the floor of the canyon, especially because it has snowed this season already, and so it is pretty treacherous to get down to the bottom, and the rangers don't really recommend it at this time of year. So we're just hiking this loop and it's pleasant. We're having some good conversation while we do it. So some quick thoughts about the Oak Flat Loop. It was actually a pretty nice trail and pretty gradual on the way back up. I guess that means that we actually descended on the more steep path, which I would recommend. It's right on the fork. And then on the way back up, it was actually, a lot more gradual and doable. We didn't get the jaw-dropping feeling that you would get from going all the way down into the canyon, but it was still a nice little walk and not too strenuous, not too difficult at all.
So we spent about 2 half days in this park. The Black Canyon of the Gunnison is magnificent, it's beautiful, and it's just really something you have to check out with your own naked eye. Nevertheless, we still had an amazing time here. We loved it. It was just really cool to just look down and just see how steep the drop-off is. Obviously not imagining ourselves falling down or anything, but just to kind of appreciate nature and the power of wind and tectonic plates and the movement of water and how it just cuts through the canyon. Yeah, wish we got to see it more, but that's okay. I think I still appreciate the time we got to spend here.